Alright guys, moving right along. Question 11. We love slope. Remember slope? Ms. Fishman remembers slope. I'm sure you do too, right? Maybe not. But if you don't worry, because they're going to help you work through this problem. This is the exact problem you see in front of you for the portfolio. So what I need you to do is just follow these steps and you will be fine. So in order to find slope, you need to figure out two separate coordinates. Okay? So this is kind of the easy part, but for those that don't really remember, I'll walk you through identifying coordinates. So to identify a coordinate, you need to do this. You got to start at 0, and you should also understand that you're looking for point A. Find where point A is. It's right here. So find 0, and like you're walking, just like count the steps. Count the steps when we do this. Just count the steps. So the first number always, remember it's always x comma y. The first step that we count is always going to be either to the left or the right. And this will be the first number in the coordinate pair. And it will be the number that identifies how we move along the x-axis. So you see, to get from 0 to A, we're going to have to go left. Now let's see how many times. Let's count. 1. Look at my cursor. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7 times. And then 8 times, right? To the left. So now this number I know is going to be 8. But since I went to the left, we make it -8, comma. Now since we went to the left first, now we go down. And it's going to be for y, because that's the y-axis that goes up and down. So go down 1, go down 2, and we go down 3, and we get to A. So the number that we put here is 3. But since we went down, when we go down, that's negative, right? It's going to be -3. So something you should understand, if you go to the left, this number is negative. And if you're going down from 0, this number is negative. Now point B, do the same thing. Start at 0. Count to the left. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. Mr. C went to the left. So that's -3, comma. And do you have to go up or down? No. So when you don't have to go up or down from 0, see how B, this point's right there with 0, smack dab, it's on the same line, same position. So on the y-axis, here's 0. We put 0. We did not go up or down. So here's something that I want you to understand. These two coordinates are going to be how you answer the question or find the slope. So in order to find the slope, you need to take coordinates y2 and y1. Well, what do I mean by y2 and y1? Well, let's say A is 1, B is 2. So what's the y coordinate that we have? Let me add that line. What's the y coordinate that we have in the second coordinate pair? Because it's y2. So take the number that represents y, so that second number here, in the second pair, and you should find that number is 0. And we put a minus. We follow that, so you just follow along with what's there. Minus. And then in the first pair, y1, here's the y coordinate. It's -3. Now notice what I did. Minus -3. So I took both the minus sign here and I took the minus sign here and I included it here. Okay? So you can't disregard these minus signs. If this is here, you make sure you follow this and keep this in the equation. And if this negative 3 is here, make sure you write it down like this. So when you do it in your calculator, you should do 0 minus, see I click the 0 minus 3, and then you click this button, negative. Oops, that gave you the answer. But you're going to have to do it yourself. Again, you didn't see it quick enough. Was it plus? Was it minus? So when you figure that out, equals, well, y. Let's say you shouldn't actually do it there. When you do this, guys, just make sure it's a little closer. All right. So now 0 minus, let's say you get the number that you get there. So we'll call that the answer for y. Put the line, and then go through the process. So remember, it's going to be x2. So x2 is the set 2, and then the x coordinate. And you put that there, minus negative 8. Find out what the answer there is, and then simplify it if you have to. And that'll be it. So after that, you take your answer, whatever you get here, and fill in the slope of the line is, and then whatever answer you get, put it there. If it's in a fraction, leave it as a fraction. Alright guys, I think you guys should be able to handle it. Just remember, the key is these. Y2 is the second pair, y coordinate. Y1 is the first pair, y coordinate. X2 is the second pair, x coordinate, and x1 is the first pair, x coordinate. Good luck.